Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome to my, I guess, first ever video of 2025. Yeah, I haven't posted anything in 2025 yet and it's been 1.5 months, I guess. But I'm finally able to record actually. I wanted to record this video like as soon as the year started. I wanted to record it, but then the whole month of January I was really busy, and then February came around and then I was just too lazy to record, and now my mind is like, just record it, otherwise half of the year is gonna pass and then I'm like, oh my god guys, these are the 25 books that I'm excited to read in 2025 when half of the year has also already been passed. um but moving past that, how have you guys been? Anyway, let's get into the video, which I have my journal here with me, in which I have wrote down the 25 books that I'm excited to read in 2025. Um, that I want to read actually in 2025, but I'm excited at the moment to read them. Okay, so the first, shall I start right away or shall I discuss something further? I feel like I will discuss as I will discuss the books. Okay, I don't want this video to be extremely long so that you guys can get bored at the end of it. I don't want that. Okay, so the first book I'm very much excited to read is Conversation with Friends by Sally Rooney. um I did started this book last year. I read like 5 pages and I was like, this is not the kind of book that you want to read in a book slump, because it's just character development from what I've read. And it's, I don't know, I feel like most people told me that this is not the book that you want to read when you're in a reading slump, because my reading slump is extremely bad. I don't even read the books that I like in my reading slump. So this was not working last year, but I do want to keep this in the list this year so that maybe I will be like, I will ended up reading this. I just really want to read it. I just really want to see what the hype is about Sally Rooney books, because I haven't read any of them and this book just speaks to me, so that is why I want to read it. Next, this whole list is like absolutely, like, you know, scattered around my physical TBR and then the books I want to read on my Kindle. So the next book, I'm reading it on my Kindle. It's called The Happy Couple by Nisha Dolan. It's, I don't know what it is about, but I just want to read about unhappy couples, or like couples breaking up rather than couples getting together. Like, I'm onto an anti-romantic book, you know, interest right now. A happy couple I've heard about is a couple, like, it's the anti kind of romance where every time in a romance you see a couple getting together. This is a couple breaking up on the eve of their wedding, and it's about, in like, it's in the perspective of every single person attending the wedding. It's from the perspective of the bride, the groom, the bridesmaid, the groomsmen, I guess it's, that is what it's called, the guests, and I just want to read something like that. So that is why I put it here. I've started to read it, but then last year was like, I was just in a major big reading slump, so I started so many books but I did not end up finishing most of them. So I want to read them this year, like I want to give them a try this year. Next is, I guess this is a non-fiction, which I like. I'm a fiction girly through and through, but then something about a non-fiction here and there, just, it's just very refreshing. So it's called The Age of Magical Overthinking by Amanda Montell, and I am a professional overthinker. Like, I can overthink about everything. Literally, I can overthink about the littlest, like the things that doesn't even matter, I can overthink about. And that is why the title of this book just you know, spoke to me, and it was like, this book was meant for me, so that is why I put that book on here. I have no other reason to read. So the next book is Ghost by Dolly Alderton. I know I talked about this book a lot of times and I want to read it. I discussed this, I guess, in November, not November, October, and then I discussed it again in December in my end of the year TBR, but I ended up not reading it. But I want to read it because, again, it's about a like, this is about Nina, I guess, and she ends up being ghosted by a person who said on their first date that he's going to marry her. And very modern concept to a book, and I want to devour it. And I just love the cover. okay, I do not like the previous cover of Ghost, but something about this cover is very, very pretty. Love it. Next, I have Anxious People by Frederick Backman. I again, this title, just because of the title, I got intrigued to see what this book was about. And then when I read what the book was about, I want to read it. Yes, it's about people being held captive and there is a killer in there or something like that, and that is what it's called, Anxious People. And as an anxious person myself, I want to read it. There's no other explanation to it. Most of these books are just because I see myself in the title and then I'm like, yeah, that might be interesting, I want to read it. That is the whole, like, that is the sole reason why some of these books are on here. The other ones are because I just love the author and they're publishing, I guess, a new book, or like I want to read more works by them. That is why I put them on here. So that is the sole reason of, I guess, most of these books on here. Okay. Then I have, again, coming back to the topic, that I want to read more works by an author that I've loved the works, like, that I've loved books by before, and this is one of them. I guess I've put this specific book on my list like almost every year that I'm gonna read it, but then last year I ended up reading not this book but another book by this author, and that is one of my like top 5-star reads of the year because I loved it so much. It's called Before We Were Strangers by Rana Kalina, and it's either, I guess it's a hate, like, no, I don't think so, it's a hate. I guess they fall in love but then they separate and then they fall in love again. It's something sort of that kind of story, and I want to read it because what was that name of that book? Swear on This Life. It's also kind of similar because they are childhood friends but then they lose contact and then they meet again after so many years, and it's a book about them and I just love it. I just ended up reading it in like one sitting. I loved it so much. So I want to actually try to like read Before We Were Strangers because I've heard so many things about this specific book. I've not heard many people talk about Swear on This Life, so I have very high expectations for this book. I have something that I don't know, many people might not expect me to read because I'm a romance girly through and through, and although I don't know what this book is about, but my sister says this is the sanest book by this author, so I'm very scared. So it's White Night by Fyodor Dostoevsky. I just want to read it. I don't have any explanations to it. I just want to read it. I have The Midnight Library by, I don't know, I don't want to pronounce the name of the author because I don't want to butcher it wrong. So, The Midnight Library, I guess it's about a girl living different lives and something. Wait, what is that? Is that a bee? No, that is not. Okay, so The Midnight Library, I guess it's about a person living different lives. And you know, when sometimes, you know, when we talk about that, I want to do this but also I want to do that, and I guess it's a book about that, a person living different lives. And there is this one quote on the book cover that said, one library, infinite lives, and that is why I want to read it. Then I have another book on my TBR which I discussed a lot of times that I want to read, and I guess it was on one of my TBR list recently. I could be wrong, but it's The Love of My Afterlife by Christy Greenwood. The most like fun concept I ever heard of a book. This book is about a woman who chokes on a burger, passes away. She is in the afterlife and she meets this gorgeous, you know, this handsome, amazing, attractive man that she has the best chemistry of her life with. But that man is not supposed to be dead, so he is taken back to the real world. And now I guess, what's the name of the Delphi? I guess that is the name of the FMC, and she has 10 days to go back in the real world, find that man, make that man kiss him of his own volition, and then she can go back to her old life. Very fun concept. It's like you have to find the love of your life, otherwise you're gonna have to be dead. And this is not how much I've read this book. It's just there. I want to start this book because I recently read a book with a similar kind of concept where it's like it's all like real world, but then there is a hint of fantasy element in it, and I just want to read it. There's nothing I would say more about this. If like the concept is so interesting, I don't even want to say anything more other than that because it's that interesting. Next, I have already read this book. This is the book that I was talking about, where I was like, yeah, I've already read it, because this was, I guess, my second or third read of the year, and it ended up being a 5-star read. That is why I have very high expectations for this list, because I made this list in December, and I was like, yeah, I will discuss these books in January. I ended up not doing that, but I end up actually starting some of these books on this list, and this was one of the books. And although I was in a major reading slump in the starting of the year, like every year I was reading a couple of rereads from last year, and then I was like, I want to read something new. So I started this book. Although in the starting I was kind of bored to it, I was not like flying through the pages, but then as soon as I got hooked to the story, I ended up finishing it in like one night. I loved it so much. And it's called The Wedding People by Alison Dispatch. Then I have a book about another, I guess, unhappy couple, or like a couple going through a hard time in their lives. I am invested in these, like the next book is also about that. I don't know about the next book, but yeah, most of these books are about unhappy couples. Okay, the next book is The Course of Love by Alan de Botton. Something about the title of this book intrigued me because I'm all about love, and I can talk about love 24/7. So The Course of Love was there because of that. So the next book is Sorrow and Bliss by Meg Mason. I know what you're gonna say, but it's again about a couple not being in not being in a great state in their relationship, and it's a book about that. I just want to read it because this does not follow the couple specifically. This, I guess, follows the lady or the FMC in the character, and I just want to see her character development and what she thinks. Just that. I am all about those. I don't want to describe it any further because I don't have any explanations to it. Then I have Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez. Actually, this might be the first romance I'm actually discussing in this. No, it's not. But yeah, this actually feels like the first rom-com, or like the first, I don't know how to describe that. But I want to read it because the cover, I don't read the blurbs of the books because most of these times they just end up spoiling the book for me, and I may not be that interested as I am after reading the blurb. So the cover says to me, that is what I'm grabbing from the book, is that it's opposite attracts, a city life girl and a small town boy. And I want to see grumpy sunshine in this book. I don't know why. It's been a while since I've read like a very nice grumpy sunshine book, and I just want to experience that in this book. I have next are, I guess, 2 to 3 new releases that I want to discuss because these are my favorite authors. First one is Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry. Love Emily Henry, and I can never can you see this? These are all Emily Henrys. So very excited for the new book. I have recently completed Book Lovers, and I loved it. So I have very high expectations for this one because this is also about writers, which is giving Beach Read, because Beach Read was about writers, and but it's also kind of giving me Book Lovers. So I believe this is gonna be like a the child of Beach Read and Book Lovers. That is what my mind is telling me. I have not read the blurb, so don't expect that much from me. I do not read blurbs. Okay. Then I have Rewinded Back by Liz Tomford. I am very excited because a couple of days back I started to read Play Along finally. So this is the last book in the series, which is making me cry because I love the series so much. But yeah, I'm very excited for that one. So you can expect me to bawl my eyes out in May when it's being released as the last book in the series, because I love this book so much. I love the series so much. Then I have Deep End, which I believe is already released by Ali Hazelwood. Although I haven't read the recent Ali Hazelwood books, which is, I guess, I have not read the recent Ali Hazelwood books, which are, I guess, what was that? Something Love. I do not remember the name. But the last book, Ali Hazelwood book that I read was Bride, which I ended up not finishing, but I want to finish it now because I'm on a like a Fated Maid Alpha Wolf something sort of book. Um, Hook, I guess. I don't know, I'm just addicted to books like that. For some reason, it's like a guilty pleasure read. And I want to complete that book because it's like a vampire and a werewolf, and that's just that. I just want to read it. Although I wouldn't say like it will be like my favorite Ali Hazelwood book, but it would be like a good to just end the story, end the book, and just, you know, a simple way to complete my reading goal of the year, because last year I did not end up completing my reading goal. The book I have here is Wild Love by Elsie Silver. I want to read the Elsie Silver book so bad. I just don't know why I'm not reading it. So I guess Wild Love is about a singer, I guess, because the illustration says that. I don't know. And cowboy, which is interesting, so that is why I want to read it. I will not give you further explanation because this video has ended up being very long. I have On Photography by Susan Sontag. I guess that is how her name will be pronounced. But I just want to read it because some people said that it's like nice, and I started to read it and it's nice. It's a non-fiction, so if you're in a mood for a non-fiction, you can read it. But I will not provide further information on this because I don't know what it is about. I've just started reading it, so can't tell you more about that. Then I have a book that I'm very excited about. It's Just Kids by Patti Smith, which is a memoir by a singer and a songwriter, and I deeply want to read a memoir right now, so this is it. Like, I just love to read about people's life, and that is just the explanation that I can give you about it. I don't know, I've just been on a memoir hook since I've read Everything I Know About Love, and now I want to read Patti Smith because I want to read like a good memoir by women, so that is why I'm reading it. Then I have Writers and Lovers by Lily King. I cannot tell you much about it because I don't know anything about it, but the title intrigued me, and that is why I put it on here. Then I have, again, like being a very nosy person myself, I put Big Swiss by Jen. I don't know how to pronounce her surname, but I guess the Big Swiss is about eavesdropping on someone's therapy conversations, and I mean, not being very nosy, but I kind of got intrigued by this book, so that is why I put it on here. Then I have, I guess this is the last book on my physical TBR. This is Circe by Madeline Miller. Again, I wanted to read a book with a very strong female protagonist in it, so that is why I put this in it. Loved it. It's like a Greek mythology retelling, something like that, and I'm intrigued. Want to read it. So then I have a book that I personally would least expect me to read, but then this is a book that my partner recommended, or like not recommended, he said one day that he is interested in reading one of the book and he is not a reader, so that intrigued me a lot. So I went up online, I searched what the book was, and then I also got intrigued, so I put this book on here. It's called The Vegetarian by Han Kang, which I believe is a Korean author or a Japanese author. I could be wrong, don't come for me. But it's about a person going vegetarian because she has certain dreams, and I guess the dreams mean something. And I haven't read like a Japanese or a Korean book at all, like I've never read them. So I'm very intrigued to read this one. I also saw it in the bookstore a couple of days ago, and I was gonna buy it, but then I bought so many other books that I was like, I have to put this down, I buy later, which is not good because one of my newest resolution was like, I would want to complete at least one book on my, like not one book, at least want to complete a good amount of books on my physical TBR before I buy them. And then I broke that resolution in February, where I randomly went to the bookstore and I bought like 6 books. Now the last book on my list is a romance. It's 7 Days in June by Tia Williams, I guess, if I'm being good, right. Yeah, Tia Williams. Oh my god, I just ended up dropping the whole stack. But I just don't know. It's about writers and they are writing to each other, but they are not directly writing to each other. And there's this one quote. This is just because of that quote. Okay, so there's one quote where the female protagonist says, "Stop writing about me," and the male protagonist says, "You first." And I, intrigued, I put this on this list. So yeah, these are all the books that I'm very excited to read in 2025. This video ended up being so long, but I hope if you guys have read these books, then please let me know if I should read them or if I should just skip them. And I'll see you all in the next video. And if you want to see the progress of me reading all of these books, you can go and follow me on my Instagram. I mostly update you guys on there, like very actively. So you can go and follow me there. It's linked down below. And I'll see you all in the next video very, very soon. Bye.